How hard was it being a woman in the British Army?
Very hard. When I joined in 1988, you competed against the men for everything, physical fitness, pay, promotion, everything. You had to work twice as hard as a woman in the British Army. And don't forget, there wasn't as many women in the British Army when I joined as what there is today compared to men. So everything that a man did, a woman had to do twice as hard. I didn't really want to join the army. It was just, I wanted to be a linguist when I was at school. And one day me and my friend just decided to go into Manchester. We were just having a look round and I thought, I fancy joining the Navy, saw a big poster. So I went to join the Navy, but they weren't taking a recruiting at that time, but in the next office was the Army. So we then went into the Army careers and I signed up and went home and told my parents. So I'd actually signed up before actually telling my parents.
She always said there's always funny moments in the army and stuff like that when they used to go out drinking and stuff like that, and it was always just laughing and joking, and even in the barracks and stuff, there's always laughing and joking and stuff. But it's hard, because as me, like, it's hard to understand that part just because I've not been in the army. So then you think that the army is like 100% serious all the way through, where you have to have like a poker face all the way through, and but apparently there's a lot of undertones to it all where there's actually really good parts to being in the army. That's why she actually loved being in the army, because she had her own family there and stuff, and as well.
It sounds, from what you're saying, like she picked the right. I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth. I'm just. But it sounds like she picked a career she liked. She picked an environment she liked. By default, she found people she liked. She found friends. She found. Would you say that's what you've gathered from speaking to her?
Pretty much, yeah. That's exactly what I would have thought. That she's found some people that she's really enjoyed being around.
And these are some of my medals. This is the Gulf War. That's the Angolan medal, and that's the Bosnian medal. I also got a certificate, I don't even know what you would call it, from the Angolan president, thanking you for your service in Angola. This was a 100-year celebration of the First World War. I ran and did for Poppy Appeal for British Legion. I still do a lot of donations and everything for the British Legion, who are obviously massive to the British Army. And this obviously I wear with pride. It's my veterans badge to say that I was a veteran in the army.
Right, I think that's all I've got to talk about at this stage. What about you?
I'm fine now.
Has it opened anything new up for you? Have you mad when you watch it back?
It's made me think about some things, actually.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm probably happy that she went into the army, because if she didn't, then I wouldn't have been born. Mm-hmm. So sometimes life works in mysterious ways that you don't understand yourself properly.
Out of all the tours that you went on in the British Army, which one was the most memorable for you?
Right, I'd have to say definitely Angola. When I went to Angola as part of the United Nations peacekeeping team, we went out there because obviously there was an election going on. There was going to be a lot of coups and everything else going on. So we went out as part of a peacekeeping. Unknown to us, obviously, there was a lot of landmines in Angola. Some that have never been found. A fantastic place, beautiful people, fantastic children. One of the first things that I noticed whilst driving through the towns in Angola was a lot of the population had either an hand missing, an arm missing, a leg missing, because you knew they'd been obviously playing with the mines, or a mine had gone off and they'd lost a limb. Every night you used to sit there in your barracks where you was, or your tent, should I say, and you'd hear a big explosion, and you knew that kids had been playing with mines in the stream because they just used to float along in the stream and go off, and you think, oh no, you know, how many more children have died, or very sad, you know. We used to drive through the town centre. We used to throw boiled sweets out the back of the car for a lot of the kids. Used to run behind the Land Rovers, and this one particular day we'd thrown this boiled sweet out the back of the Land Rover, and this kid obviously caught it, and then all of a sudden these kids come out of nowhere and start fighting, full-blown fight for this one boiled sweet. And then after that, we got told, don't throw sweets out the back, because, you know, they were actually killing each other for a boiled sweet. You know, you're talking about a really poverty-stricken country. And it's so sad. It makes your reality, and it makes you more grateful for what you have compared to what they have. You know, there used to be a lake just outside where our tents were, and in this lake they used to eat, drink, wash, and obviously urinate and defecate in it as well, but drink the same water that they were defecating in. It's just unbelievable. The army did a lot of things for them in giving them, you know, good water, sanitation and everything, and it's one tour that will always stick in my mind for the rest of my life.
How did going through everything that you went through in the British Army change you as a person?
Made me stronger. It made me appreciate things more in life, the little things. Things, and it made you grateful for what you had. When you see a lot of the things that I've seen, it just made you really grateful, and a stronger person. It made me be able to stand up for things that I believe in more as well. It made me, you know, excuse the phrase, but it made you more of like an Amazon warrior, really, where you feel you could take anything on that was thrown at you. Definitely strong, made you value things more, appreciate what you had, understand what other people are going through a lot more, so you're a lot more empathetic towards others.
Not David Bailey, no.